let me be very, very clear about where I'm coming from. I'm a bit torn in terms of his response.
Curiosity, bro. He said that Floyd was kidnapped by the Abu Dhabi folks. Any comment on that?
And again, like I was just saying, again, Tank's that guy. And for all the guys out there in the weight class and around the weight class,
Calvin ain't getting paid.
Yo, he said ain't no reason Calvin should be looking the way he looking if they making all this money.
Now that's the thing. They talk all that money talk. Can't be one nigga looking good and the rest of the crew.
Stephen A. Smith called out Leonard Ellerbe for defending Floyd Mayweather. Ellerbe insists Floyd promotes fighters and not just riches. Smith questioned the silence around Floyd's scams and exhibition controversies, suggesting Ellerbe is protecting Mayweather's image at the cost of honesty.
But when someone says you're fake or something, you know,
again,
you can say you don't take it personally, but you're a proud man.
Again, that my mother and father always told me, when people call you names and people talk about you, that's because they're admiring what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Mayweather Promotions is promoting this card, not about billions. Tell you everything you need to know.
Leonard, you put it on a great card this week, in all due respect. Now, we did have Adrian say some things that were a little unsettling. I'm sure maybe you're a little disappointed, but...
No, not at all, not at all. That's just him being him. And again, I think I still, to this day, he's a tremendous fighter, super talented fighter, who's had a successful career, and I'm sure that he'll continue to go on.
When confronted about Floyd Mayweather's alleged Dubai scam, Leonard Ellerbe chose silence over clarity. His refusal to comment raised eyebrows with critics, suggesting he deliberately avoided the topic to protect Floyd's image. This silence only fueled suspicion, hinting at deeper issues behind Mayweather's financial dealings.
In my opinion, Tank is the best fighter in the entire world. And another terrific opportunity on June the 15th to go out there and show you guys why he's the top dog.
Just out of curiosity, bro. He said that Floyd was kidnapped by the Abu Dhabi folks. Any comment on that?
And again, like I was just saying, again, Tank's that guy. And for all the guys out there in the weight class and around the weight class, he's coming to get each and every one.
Leonard Ellerbe, a longtime associate and CEO of Mayweather Promotions, has seen Floyd Mayweather's rise in operations in the business world. From up close, Ellerbe was instrumental in managing Floyd's promotional and financial decisions during the peak of his career.
Floyd that basically gave him $1 million, came out to Vegas, and they had a whole backstory to that. And I'm pretty sure Leonard was around seeing all that. And what you're saying doesn't sound far-fetched. And I'm not agreeing with you just to agree with you, but like the champ may be hurt just because like you a human being, you could whoop ass, but you're still a human being, right? Mm-hmm. You may be hurt that you missed a moment. I've also seen guys where, you know, they moment passed and you try to hold on to things and that becomes an element of it. But then also it's just not a Leonard Ellerbe thing. There's a lot of people who may be in position around a Floyd Mayweather, but whatever deal they agreed to at the time didn't allow them to get all the money that they probably could have earned, right? And so he probably sees the infrastructure that Tank doesn't have in the relationship, and he's not saying, hey, man, it ain't fuck you, champ.
However, in recent times, Leonard appears to have distanced himself, no longer actively representing Floyd's brand. In a telling statement, he remarked that contracts don't define relationships, suggesting that while formal ties may be ending, personal loyalty or mutual respect could remain. His departure has sparked speculation about internal conflicts or disapproval of Floyd's increasingly controversial financial ventures.
Like some confusion, is Tank a Mayweather Promotions fighter still? Is he not? What is his kind of still his involvement with Mayweather Promotions, or is it just all still PBC, Al Heyman?
Yeah, Tank is not signed to Mayweather Promotions.
Okay. Gotcha.
He's not signed to Mayweather Promotions. His contract ran out,
yeah,
and that's fine. But as I always say, contracts don't define relationships.
Yeah. Despite recent legal troubles, Floyd Mayweather continues flaunting his wealth at nearly 50 critics argue his nonstop display of luxury fuels his financial decline. Many believe this obsession with showing off riches will eventually backfire, with some predicting that Floyd's flashy lifestyle could lead him to eventual bankruptcy.
Caught Floyd capping about buying some apartment buildings in New York. I didn't think it was a big deal. I mean, remember he said he had bought his grandson some property, I think, in Manhattan as well, too. So honestly, I didn't really, think a lot of this was a big deal. I mean, it kind of, think it's a red flag when you're 50 years old to feel like almost 50 and still gotta flex on social media. But, people on social media do what they do best, especially black people, try to tear each other down. So people start researching, Angelique started researching, and they found out that Floyd was capping. Now, Floyd is part of like some type of ownership group that got a part of it. Then you got 50.
Floyd Mayweather is known for his extravagant purchases, but his latest investment in real estate has exposed the limits of his financial acumen. He claimed to have bought buildings worth $42 million, parading the acquisitions as proof of his billionaire status. However, reports by outlets like Business Insider revealed a different story. Mayweather is not the sole owner of these buildings, and in many cases, not even the official owner. These investments have failed to generate the kind of returns he promised, underlining a major flaw in his business strategy. Instead of a triumph, this venture has turned into a glaring example of bad planning and exaggerated self-promotion.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York real estate.
Floyd's public image isn't just defined by flashy cars and boxing belts. It's also tainted by years of scandals. From dodging tax payments to lawsuits over failed business ventures. His name frequently surfaces in financial controversies. Perhaps the most shocking was an alleged incident in Dubai where he was reportedly detained for failing to pay for expensive jewelry. These recurring issues raise serious concerns about how he handles money and the ethical lines he's willing to cross.
Well, it turns out that the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now, multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
At one point, you were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra card. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything that's going on, really. So like what
we all know that.
Yeah.
The guy can't read,
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just knowing, not knowing, right? Like they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. And you send the money over.
Yeah.
The manager makes his little cut from it. And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right. And you just basically give him his script and he just does it.
Renowned sports commentator Stephen A. Smith has had a front row seat to Mayweather's lifestyle. He's seen the private jets, the luxury estates, and the nonstop display of wealth. While Smith initially admired Floyd's hustle, even he began to question the sustainability of it all. In an interview, he once asked Mayweather if his legacy mattered more than money. Floyd's reply was simple money. This moment was telling. It wasn't just a response, it was a worldview. Smith later reflected on how Floyd's priorities may have contributed to his legal and financial troubles, suggesting that the very obsession with wealth is what now traps him.
Private jet, Enzo, Bugatti. Let's walk over here. I'll show you a couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, we are on ESPN. These are sports cars. It's a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these toys.
I haven't seen these?
No.
What? Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drivers.
And you got your drivers in New York?
Yeah.
Why? Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me.
Yes.
are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Let me see what's the number. We go 3
and you don't drive them.
It's close to 15 million. You're right. It's close to 15 million.
Oscar De La Hoya. Mayweather's longtime rival hasn't been shy about his disdain for Floyd's choices. Recently, he took to the media to laugh off Mayweather's continued obsession with exhibition fights. De La Hoya framed these events not as passion-driven, but as desperate attempts to remain relevant and solvent. He suggested that Floyd's need to stay in the spotlight isn't about boxing at all. It's about income. For De La Hoya and many others in the boxing world, it's clear that Floyd's legacy is at risk of being overshadowed by financial antics and media stunts.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're going to have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.